Il Sugo di Pomodoro tomato sauce, another one of my Nonna's recipes with tomatoes, basil, celery. Ooh, what's that going to be? Garlic and onion and olive oil and parsley as well. There's a full ingredients list in the comments and at the beginning of this video. This is a really delicious sauce. You want to start by washing your tomatoes, and it's a good idea to take the skin off the tomatoes because otherwise you get those little curled bits of skin and it's not that nice texturally. So what you want to do is wash them, then cut a little X at the top, as you can see I'm doing there. You know, it doesn't need to be too deep, just quite shallow. Then you want to put them all in a boiling pot of water for about a minute, no more really. And then take them out and dunk them in a bowl full of cold water to let them cool down, and then you can just peel the skin right off. So this is a really nice sauce that you can make and preserve, and it's great just on its own on pasta. Sometimes I use it on meat with some veg as well, and you can make a whole load in one go. There's a quarantine at the moment, so there weren't that many tomatoes, so I had just a few. Usually you want to make it in much bigger batches. You can see my pot looks sort of ludicrously small. Okay. Then you want to just really roughly chop your tomatoes just in fours, in quarters, it's completely fine. And put everything straight in the pot. Start with the tomatoes so you can use them as a reference, as a base for how much herbs you want to include, how many herbs. So that's me just very roughly chopping the basil, one handful of basil there, really rough, just one way and then just the other way once, and that will be fine. Shove it in the pot. Then you want to grab your parsley. Same thing, very roughly chopped. You're going to blitz this all at the end, so no need to go ham on the chopping. You can go ham on it later when we do a sofrito. Okay, half of a large onion. There's my half. Chopping that up. It's better to chop it than just to slice it, but still you can do it fairly roughly. And I think I used about 6 garlics here. You can use Aglione, which is actually nicer. There's a big garlic, but they're quite rare in the UK. If you use those, you can have 2 of those. But if it's just standard garlic, you want about 6. Now with the celery, you really want, you know, in Italy you get these beautiful celeries with tons of leaves, and you really want to have only leaves, only celery leaves in this, because they've got a really nice flavour. So you have to search for them in the celeries here in the UK. So open it up and you see there's that centre bit, which is nice too. Remove that and chop that all up with all the leaves as well. Pop it all in your sauce, and you can see that the ratios are good. Sorry, in your pot, and you can see the ratios are looking good. The pot looks massive. I know it's silly, but that's my boiling pot, so that's what we're doing. And you put it over a small fire. Add in your salt, pepper to taste, and 3 tablespoons of olive oil, and you cook it covered for, I mean, mine was small, I only did it about an hour. You can do it for, you know, an hour, 2 hours, until the tomatoes look cooked. Then when they look cooked, you can remove the lid and wait for the water to reduce. You don't want loads of water in it, you want it to become more like that. All nice and blended with a nice red colour. We won't get as nice of a red colour with these English tomatoes as you would with nice fresh Italian tomatoes, but it will do. Okay, wait for it to cool, put it in a bowl, use a handheld blender and really blend it all up. and add in about a tablespoon of tomato puree and continue to blend it all up. You want it to have a bit more of a reddish colour. Mine came out quite orange. Then you can put it in jars, either pour it carefully or spoon it in. And what you want to do, if you want to preserve this, which I'll show in another video, is you want to fill it right to the top, leave no air bubbles, and then fill it almost right to the top. Just leave a couple of millimeters to pour olive oil on the top to flatten it. Pour a drizzle of olive oil, and then put the lid on really securely, and then I'll show you in another video, which I will link here when it's up, how you can preserve those sauces, and then they'll last you months, up to years really. Well, probably that's a bit extreme, but definitely a year, if done right. And that is Sugo di Pomodoro, otherwise known as tomato sauce in English. Thank you for watching.